How do you feel about Davos?
Frankly, I'm actually quite disgusted that 20,000 of the world's richest people meeting together in their self-selected club in Davos, talking about, and to use their words, how to improve the state of the world. It's laughable. These are the people who, while millions of people around the world have been experiencing the ravages of austerity, vulnerable employment, high cost of living, these are the people who have made more money in the last few years and become even wealthier.
Indeed, the Switzerland isn't a country that's suffering high unemployment, but if you look across Europe, of course, you see many countries coping with double-digit unemployment. I can't imagine many people there sitting at home, if they can afford to switch on their televisions, watching this and thinking there's going to be something good for them in Davos.
No, I mean, you look at the cost of membership of this World Economic Forum. The most expensive ticket costs £100,000. Hardly anybody can afford that kind of ticket. And I think there's a more fundamental question. Why are these self-selected rich people, well, in fact, rich men, 80% of the people who'll be at Davos are businessmen, not women. Why is this self-selected group of rich people making decisions about how to make the world a better place?
I'll coin the phrase masters of the universe, not my phrase, of course, it's coined well before me, but these people, although the way this is reported, it seldom comes out, but they're making decisions amongst themselves that will affect many people's lives.
They are. I mean, they have a very detailed programme of ideas and initiatives, global ideas and initiatives that they'd like to roll out, where they have programmes involving.
Polly, do we, the media, do enough to bring this to light, do you think?
No, I don't think you do, but all of us have a responsibility to raise these issues. You know, we had information out this week showing that just 62 people in the world have more wealth now than half the global population, and the world's richest man, Bill Gates, will be in Davos this week.
Somehow, though, I think you'll agree with this, and I hate to sort of give you things you'll agree with, but I'm going to say it. Rich people protecting other rich people, creating more and more wealth for themselves. This seems to be what it's about.
I would agree with you. I mean, if you look at some of the tax dodging and tax avoidance that goes on by the people who are meeting in Davos, many of them, including Bill Gates and Microsoft. You know, the US Senate found that Microsoft was avoiding so much of its tax, maybe $4.5 billion.
That said, Polly, they might argue that they create wealth and therefore create jobs. Would you go along with that?
Well, what kind of jobs and how much wealth? Clearly, they're not sharing the wealth out, because you wouldn't have seen such a massive rise in their wealth compared to the wealth of the rest of the population. And jobs are getting more and more vulnerable. You know, we might have seen employment figures drop in terms of how many people have no job at all. But the kind of employment that most of us are involved in is more vulnerable. We have less safe terms and conditions. We get less pay, less holidays. This isn't a fair system at all. We are losing out to these rich global elite who are meeting in Davos.
Polly Jones, I apologise for cutting you off a couple of times there, but time was against us. I wanted to get the questions in. Thank you for your opinions. Thank you for coming on, Frans van Katten, speaking to us. We appreciate your time. That's Polly Jones, Head of Campaigns and Policy at Global Justice Now. Thank you.